Are you thinking about moving to Austin, Texas, but you want to know the cost of living? Well, this is the video for you. I'm going to break down the whole 9 yards for you on the cost of living in terms of housing, having a good time, and so much more. I'm also going to break down the 3 major income levels of living in Austin, Texas. From, modest earners up to the high class people, and a bonus one for you at the end as well. Make sure you stay for that one. That one is honestly the most exciting part of Austin, Texas, where it gives to offers people with luxury tastes in Austin. Now, without further ado though, number one, when you first buy into Austin, Texas, making entry-level income here in Austin, Texas, which I would call, modest living, you can pretty much find a place here in Austin on the lowest, around $500 per bedroom if you do a co-op situation, up to around $1,000. If you want privacy, you're probably gonna range more than $1,200 to $1,500, maybe $2,000 per leased apartment or condo. Now, even housing as well, kind of same kind of frame for you there too. Now, for buying a property though in Austin, Texas, the lowest you can probably find is around $150,000 for a condo. Now, you want to buy a house though, if you want a backyard and so forth, the starting point around $200,000. That's because a condo, apartment, and so forth. For a house from the outskirts of Austin, around $250,000 starting off to like $400K. Those are the entry level, places for you. For easy math though, if the house is $200,000 in Austin, or the condo is, and you have a good down payment, at least 3.5%, you're gonna have at least $1,500 a month to kind of be here. So in my mind, it's better to buy to build the equity Austin has to offer you. In the past, 10 years, we have a 223% increase in equity. So buying Austin is always a good investment. But sometimes that down payment is a big hurdle for most people unless you use an FHA loan. Now that is the cost of living in terms of, housing. Now for enjoyment, night out, and food, you're probably gonna range around $300 to $400 per month for groceries. If you go to places like Whole Foods, even more. Now for taking out, you can find restaurants for the average meal. It can be around $10 per meal. You do that every single dinner for the whole year or for the whole month. That's actually $300. So you do takeout. That's also a possibility. In my mind, going to Costco or places like Walmart to get a bulk of food, you probably survive and live off of $200 per month per person. So that's kind of the cost of living there in that regards. And Austin, Texas has tons of free things as well for you to enjoy, from music and festivals and kayaking and the whole 9 yards. Austin is full of things to do. Up above right here, a whole video kind of breaking down, the pros and cons of Austin, Texas as a whole, and I break down stuff to do as well in that video with my wife, Melanie Suber. And for this level of the modest income, in my mind, you need around $35,000 to $40,000 to kind of live in Austin, Texas in a comfortable manner. Some people do offer $15,000 to $25,000 per year. This is also a possibility. You're probably gonna be leasing a place around $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month, and not gonna be going out as much and splurging, but it's still possible to have a great time in Austin. Now for those who are making less than $40K, you also have places like Buda and Kyle and Round Rock as other options for you to still be close enough to the city where you work at and also not breaking the bank at the same time. Now our next level of income is middle class. Middle class for cost of housing, you're gonna range from around $2,000 to $3,000 per month for a condo, apartment, or a house. The whole range. I help people in all different ranges before in the past get places like that. Now when it comes to buying a property though, it's gonna be on a minimum around $350,000 if you have a family as well, up to around $500,000. So this is kind of the range for you there. There are tons of new build communities as well for you though. There are in Texas with amazing incentives And also, this market right now is a buyer's market. If you're trying to buy a house in Austin, this is the best time to do so because all the builder communities and also all of the resale properties are desperate for getting people in the houses. So the deals are much better. Last year, I sold a house for $150,000 above asking price, which is a lot of money. But that same house in this market maybe was $50K or at asking price if you sold it today. So you get a way better deal in this market on the house, and then from there you can always refinance later on down the line. But here's the thing to think about. You can never go back down on the over asking price. If you overpaid for a property, it will always be the case. So buying a house in this market, especially in Austin, Texas, will save you a lot of money in the long run and also the short term as well. So that's the kind of cost of living there in Austin, Texas in terms of the middle class. Now when it comes to, having enjoyment and entertainment and having fun in Austin, Texas, that can range around $600 to $800, maybe $1,000 per month from groceries and going out to eat. Now on this level, you're probably going to places that are a little more upscale, like Longhorn Steakhouse and Terry Black's, those kind of places, and Frescas. Those meals are gonna range from $15 to $40 per meal, which is a great experience for you as well, being in Austin, Texas. Now, if you do this level of enjoyment, you also have access to a lot of bigger events. Networking costs money and so forth. And if you're working in tech for a job like that, recruitment, there are tons of opportunities for you as well, for job advancement as well, for training in Austin, Texas. Some free and some are paid. Now, my middle class in Austin, Texas is probably like minimum $50K to $100,000 in that range. And you make that kind of income, you can pretty much enjoy most of Austin for the most part. And also tons of bars and clubs as well for you too, bringing more enjoyment as you kind of go down the line. Now our next one on this list though is gonna be all high income earners, high class people living in Austin, Texas. And this one, you can probably expect cost of living to be around $3,000 to $5,000 per month for a nice condo, a nice house. There are tons of homes in this area you can buy that are super luxurious at this price point that won't break the bank. Again, most people say your monthly income should be 3 to 10 times, depending on who you ask, more than your monthly rent. So if you're making $15K a month, then on minimum you can have a place for $5K a month doing that. That's kind of the math there for cost of living in terms of leasing. You have to buy a property, on minimum, you're probably thinking about $600,000 up to $1 million in that range. There's a good price point for you there. These would be, Perry Homes, which is a luxurious place in Eastern Park, here in Austin, Texas. And there are tons of condos and resale properties as well for you too in that price range. And again, in this market right now, this is the best time to buy properties, especially at this price point. Because most people who are selling this price point, there's less competition. It means less buyers going on for you. It means for you, you get the best deals as fast as possible, working this kind of price point, less people kind of fight for it. So this is a good range as well for you to kind of understand we have options for you. And if you want a free list of that, let me know down below. We specialize in luxury real estate, new build communities, and modern homes. So we hope you're down as well for that too. Plus for those who are hiring at all levels of real estate, my team, the 120 plus agents, last year did $101 million in volume. We're helping all forms of real estate, from leases, residential, luxury, commercial, the whole 9 yards. Our next point of the high class, this is gonna be cost of living in terms of enjoyment, food, and goods. You'll probably be speaking at least $1,000 to $2,000 per month for groceries and takeout. If you go to Whole Foods, this is kind of that demographic there. Now on top of that as well though, for cost of food, you have more options. You have iDuck, you have Uchi, You have Foco de Chao, which is one of my favorite places in Austin. I go there like once a week. I know it's a lot, kind of excessive, but you know, I spend around $200, my wife and I, per meal. So you can spend up to $2,000, $3,000 a month at this level, even if you really wanted to, for just going out. Again, I recommend being savvy with your money and probably spending around, you know, $1,000 per month, going out with your friends, having a good time, and so forth. There are also tons of places as well for nightclubs and the Domain as well for shopping, like for Gucci and Prada and so forth. There are tons of places in Austin, Texas that really cater to this price point of people. And now, for income-wise, you're probably gonna shoot for around $150,000 to $250,000 per year to kind of have this like high-class level of living in Austin, Texas. That's kind of the point you kind of be for yourself. You have it be comfortable, don't break the bank, not stress too much. Now, next one is gonna be your ultra rich. These are people with net worth of, you know, at least $2, $3, $4, $5 million net worth and up. Now, for you guys, you're in super great hands and super good luck here, because Austin, Texas, in my mind, is really catered to people who are the ultra rich and, you know, high society. Now, in this level right here, you have way more options. Now, for cost of living, you're gonna be around, you know, anywhere from 5, 10, 15, 20K per month for leasing. The highest place in Austin, Texas for the lease deal is $100,000 per month. Yes, you heard that right. There's some big lease deals in Austin, Texas. Now, right below that one, the next highest one is $30,000 for a condo and $25,000 for a, you know, house. Again, I specialize in luxury real estate, so I know all the different houses on the market right now for this price range. Now, in this one, you have way more options for living, from being in Lakeway, being in Austin, downtown, the skyline, and so forth. So really having a maximum, you know, enjoyment of this amazing architectural masterpieces we have to offer you here in Austin, Texas. Now, for buying a property, you're at least gonna be around $1 million minimum, maybe $800,000, depending on what you're looking at. I have a client right now we're working with that is trying to buy a place on the lake. And we found a place for around $850,000 right on the lake, and it's prime location because of this market. They started that house for $1.2 million, because there's not a lot, you know, enough competition going on right now. It went down to $800K. That's a massive saving. That means when you buy this property, you're walking into 6+ figures of equity once you buy it. So it's a great deal for that kind of regards. So again, like I said in the last part of this video, if you're in the ultra rich, you have the best opportunity to buy Austin, Texas, because there's so many great deals. All the deals right now are sitting in the market. The average days on market right now is 2 weeks to around 90 days on market, and the longer ones are for these homes specifically. That are going to be in the $1 million, $2, $3, $4 million places in Austin, Texas, or at least deals that cost around $10K or more on the market for a much longer time, because not enough people can afford that price point. But you're still watching this video, it means you probably either 1, love luxury like I do, or 2, or want to buy a place in that price point as well. You also have access as well in that price range for cost of living in terms of like housing and, you know, transportation, from private jets. We have a private jet place in Austin, Texas as well, and with the charter a plane. We have high-end car dealerships with BMW, Range Rover, Ferrari, list goes on. Austin, Texas, again, really caters to the high society of people with the biggest taste of luxurious lifestyles. That's big for you there as well when it comes to really understanding how the market there goes. And the highest home in Austin, Texas for buying is $19,500,000. Just under $20 million is our highest price point house, which is over 15,000 square feet property. It is 20 acres of land on a hill. This is a masterpiece, kind of a compound for you on your own little estate. Now, when it comes to cost of living for enjoyment, the sky's the limit. There is literally no limit to what you want to enjoy in Austin, Texas. We have some of the finest establishments, from bars, from restaurants like before. There is Jeffrey's, which is the top place for steaks. Here in Austin, Texas, you're gonna spend a minimum of $200 probably, without drinking up to $1,000 per meal. If you bring some good wine and have your friends and family with you too, with that kind of price point, you're probably gonna spend anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000+ per month in this price range. Like my wife and I, we're spending around $2,000 to $3,000 per month on this takeout. So going to Jeffrey's, Uchi, Fogo de Chao, those kind of places. That's kind of the range for you there in terms of like understanding how much it costs for you guys to live here in Austin, Texas, and that price range. And if you want to be a comfortable lifestyle, you probably want to make at least $300,000 to $500,000, if not way more than that, per month to really enjoy Austin, Texas. Again, if you're buying a property for $1 million, you're probably gonna spend at least, $5,000 to $8,000 per month to be here. Again, 3 times 10, that kind of range for you, making at least, $40,000 to $80,000 up to, $100,000 per month of income profit you're making to really enjoy Austin to its fullest. Now for a quick recap for you guys on the 4 different levels of Austin, Texas, from cost of living here in Austin, Texas. You have the modest earners, which is around $35,000 to $40,000 for a comfortable lifestyle. Some do off of $15,000 to $25,000. Again, you're gonna spend at least $1,000 or more for a place to live, and around $500 give or take for enjoyment and for really eating out, having groceries and so forth. Now for middle class, you're making at least around $50,000 to $100,000 of income that you're making for that level, and you're probably spending closer to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 per month for everything, for housing, food, and enjoyment. Now it comes down to your high class income earners. You're making at least $100,000 to $250,000 per year, and you can spend anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per month, if not more if you want to, depending on what you splurge for yourself living here. So at least $60,000 to $140,000 per year that you're spending to be in Austin, Texas, in that price range. And for those who are super ultra rich, there is no limit for you. You can spend a minimum of $20,000 to $30,000 up to $150,000 per month if you wanted to, if not more, depending on your lifestyle choices, if you buy a boat or not. Again, there are tons of places in Austin, Texas for boating and enjoyment and nice cars, nice restaurants and so forth. So the range there is up to you. So this is kind of like an oyster for you in Austin, Texas. Now again, these are the 4 kind of levels of Austin, Texas lifestyles to the cost of living. Now if you want to know more about Austin, Texas, look at the free call down below. Again, we specialize in luxury real estate and modern homes, but we do all forms of real estate thanks to my team of 120 agents, helping you all the best deals, get stuff off market, best negotiation deals, and so forth. So if you want to learn more, book a free call down below. Until otherwise, have the best day yet. Keep crushing it. This is your time. I'll see you in the next video.